Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Rhonda, better known as Hot Mess Momma MD. Today I did a complete shop hush haul. And so I wanted to show you guys and talk a little bit about each item that I did pick up. Most of them are all eyeshadow palettes. I got a couple highlighter palettes and just wanted to go over them with y'all and let you know what my thoughts are. So if you're interested to see how I feel about a lot of the Shop Hush eyeshadow and highlighter palettes, then stay tuned. Okay y'all, so like I said, I picked up a bunch of eyeshadow palettes and a couple of highlighter palettes, and I want to go over them with you guys. I just recently, I guess in like the past 2 months, heard about shophush.com. The awesome thing about this website is they have all kinds of makeup. They have everything from like high-end things, high-end products that are discounted, all the way down to what I consider dupes. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that. Just from watching a bunch of YouTube videos, I saw people talking about this shophush.com place, and I went on there and I checked it out and I was blown away. One of the big things that I found on that site is a palette called the Aphrodite palette by Bad Habits. I've actually done a video on this and I will try and remember to link it up above. But if you see, this right here looks exactly like the Huda Rose Gold palette. And to be 100% honest with you guys, the way that the formula in this palette is and the way it blends and builds and everything, I was literally blown away. So like I said, if you want to check that video out, I will try and remember to have it linked above. Next palette that I picked up that I want to talk about, that I've also done a review on, and is it a dupe or not, is this Inferno palette right here. Check it out. Okay, so if you look at the palette, it may or may not remind you of a high-end palette, and that is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I also, like I said, did a video on this, and again, completely blown away with the quality and the pigments of this particular palette. So again, if you're interested in seeing that video, I will try and remember to link it up above. Moving on, I picked up this palette here. It's called Sugar, and the past two palettes that I showed you were by Bad Habits. This one is by a brand called Face Candy, and check that out. Does that not look like the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced? However, I will tell you, like, the packaging, everything, the quality of the shadows are not up to Too Faced eyeshadows, to be 100% honest with you. I played around with quite a bit of these shadows, and I will tell you they are very similar, especially in color, to the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. But there are some in here that are a little bit harder to blend out and to work with. And two of those are the really dark shades in this palette, the Blueberry Pie and the Licorice down here. Those shades I had a really hard time blending out, and I felt like they were a little bit on the patchy side, especially when comparing them to the Too Faced Sweet Peach colors. I felt like the Too Faced ones I was really able to blend out. However, with this one I definitely struggled because they were just, they were hard to build up, and then they were, like I said, pretty patchy on these two shades. However, with the other shades, especially the light ones, I didn't have much of an issue with those, and they were pretty doggone close when it came to similarity and color wise for the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Again, those three palettes, all $10. The next one I'm going to talk about is called the Royals palette. This again is by Bad Habits. All of these mirrors, or all of these palettes have mirrors in them. This one is a great dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills. The one thing I will point out is a lot of these colors are very, very similar, but like off the top of my head, Majestic is a little bit more of like a reddish brown undertone compared to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think it's the shade Love Spell. That shade is more of a vibrant pink versus this one is more kind of a deeper reddish brown, or it's definitely not as vibrant. But overall though, these shades are very, very, very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. They build up well, they blend out well. You do have to build them up more so than the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, but overall you can still achieve pretty much close to the exact same look that you can with the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. Next I want to talk about this Midsummer Night eyeshadow palette. It literally just released maybe a week or two ago. This is a huge palette. Great mirror too. I honestly cannot think off the top of my head what this palette is a dupe for. Again, this is by Bad Habits. I've played around in this palette as well. I love the colors. Majority of all of these colors are a shimmer eyeshadow. There are just a few, like very few matte shades in here, but again, the quality of these eyeshadows are fabulous. But again, I can't off the top of my head, I don't know what this potentially could be a dupe for. If maybe it's like that, is it the Too Faced Naturals palette maybe? I don't know. I don't have that palette. But anyways, I really love these eyeshadows in here. I feel like they build up well, they blend out well, they're pigmented, they're not chalky, there's not a ton of kick-up in them or anything like that. It's a good quality palette, and this one was actually $16. And again, it just released like maybe a week ago. Got my nail in there. All right, the last two things I'm going to talk about from Shop Hush are their highlighter palettes. Now, with me, I do have mature skin, and I am very particular when I pick up highlighters, only for the reason I don't like the glitter. I do have textured skin, so between having mature skin and textured skin, I'm really kind of I don't know, highlighter sensitive per se. So I did pick up these two palettes right here. And I actually have an Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. That to me is way too glittery. Okay, so with that being said, here is the Rose palette. And again, this is by Bad Habit. And these are beautiful. They're not glittery. They just, they're creamy. And they will blow you away with how pigmented they are without accentuating your texture on your skin. If you're like me and you have large pores, fine lines, and texture, that is one thing I really worry about when using a highlighter, is accentuating those things. I don't feel like that happens with this. And literally this palette was $10. That was it. $10. Not $40, not $50, not anything like that, but $10. You get 6 pans, different shades, and obviously they're pigmented, they're gorgeous. These are finger swatches, but again, I use a fan brush. Some people use, you know, a brush that'll pick up more, but it's pretty amazing. The last palette I'm going to talk about is the Unicorn Glow palette, and look at those colors. Like, they are so pretty. And yes, I know I'm like, really? Are you really going to wear blue? Yes. At some point in time, I want these colors. Like, they're so pretty. Here's purple. Again, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, do you have to wear it as a highlighter? No. I mean, it would be really pretty as like on your brow bone, an inner corner highlight. Again, it was just $10. This is another one that, this is by Face Candy. So I was really happy with the quality of these. They are not glittery. It doesn't accentuate your texture or anything like that. And it's just a fun palette to have. I mean, yeah, okay, I know I'm probably not going to go to work sporting this blue highlighter, you know, but like, check those out. It's got this beautiful, like, iridescent color. I love it. And for $10, you know, I mean, heck, it beats paying $40 for an ABH one, right? Like, have a little fun occasionally for $10. So anyways, this is my Shop Hush haul. I just wanted to go over everything with you all. I do have a 10% off coupon. I don't get a kickback or anything like that, unfortunately, from it. But I will tell you all, they have excellent customer service. They do tend to run out of their eyeshadow palettes because they are becoming more of a well-known company, and especially for their dupes. So you will find that things sell out pretty quick because it's hot commodities. However, I will tell you all that they are great at restocking, and if you follow them on Instagram, they will give you times and dates and things like that when they're going to restock. And like I said, as far as their customer service goes, they are absolutely great. When I found out about the Aphrodite palette, I went ahead, I purchased it and everything, and then I got an email for customer service saying that they had actually sold out of it. They would either refund my money or I could wait until it came back in, and I chose to wait. And it took a little bit longer than they thought. However, they did give me a $10 credit on top of sending me the Aphrodite palette. So anyways, with that being said, I'm telling you guys, they have great customer service. The quality of their merchandise is really great, and their shipping is unbelievably fast, like mind-blowing fast. So anyways, if you are in the, if you're looking for great quality dupe palettes, make sure to check out Shop Hush. And that's all I have for you guys today for today's video. So I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And until next time, y'all, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Kisses from Kentucky.